Points on offer then for our last three races for the DBS Manulife Million Challenge, being Class 3 and above. This is a 1,200 metre contest headed by Hello Beauty, back into Class 3 company. Joe Moreira from barrier number 11. Planet Star, £10 off, is back. He'll roll forward from barrier 5, first up since June. Jing Jing winner, three-time winner over the trip. They've all been at Shartin. Shining Ace, a last start course and distance winner under Karis Teeton. And Responsibly in the saddle this time. Starlight even, a 7-time course and distance winner. Fairy Twins has won twice here, but it was a while ago now. Down to Baby from barrier 2, who rolled forward last time out over the 1650, but this, of course, is 1,200 metres. Shining Ace, Starlight, Comfort Life, and Fairy Twins are the horses that have been up at Chung Fa within the last month.
So into the final leg of the TT we go, and Planet Star. Now, he's been a touch slow in his trials leading in, but generally on race day he's a horse that can fire up early. Has he got the pace to head off a horse like the Runner? Even Baby coming back in trip. Shining Ace won't be too far away, and obviously Hello Beauty was very forward in a recent trial for Joe Moreira and then went on to win. So from the wire gate they might push forward as opposed to sitting back. Maybe a little bit more tempo here than expected.
Lobo's Legend goes nicely here. He's coming to Happy Valley for the first time, and he's got the awkward draw, but he goes well in his track work, and he has improved in the off-season. It was a good run for him, second behind Cool Team 2 starts ago. Jing Jing Win, he's really well rated now, this horse. He's a bit of an enigma, as we know, but he's goes well. It's the start that has been problems for him in the past. His track work suggests he goes nicely. Here is Baby. He's just pulling a little bit here, as you mentioned, over the 1650 that he did go forward. But you can see what he does here over the 1200. But his work's been okay. 61 rated horse.
Dare I say it, I think he's crying out for a dropping grade.
You did. Shining Ace.
Sorry, that was a shocker, wasn't it?
No, it's very good. Shining Ace.
We'll start. Chalmers level that one.
Responsibly, barrier 4. Dispatched the favourite Dancing Fighter this night.
He's come good, this horse. Came good at the end of last season. Won a couple in Class 4. Was competitive in Class 5 behind Class 3 behind Sparkling Dragon. Then ran well behind Le Terroir, and then got this win here over Dancing Fighter. Only got £5 more to carry. Drawn well again, so looks a good chance.
Yeah, definitely. I've got him. I've got one to beat him, but I think he's going to run really well, and he's another one that must include in the TT.
OK, that's Shining Ace. What about Jing Jing Win? He's got a high cruising speed, Jing Jing Win. All his wins have been at Shartin. This is him down the straight.
David Hall has kept him fresh. He's got a terrific fresh record. So, with that in mind, I think he's an interesting runner. Vincent Ho will take the ride, and this might be a good idea for Vincent to try his psychology stuff on Jing Jing Win, because he's the type of horse who might be a worthy recipient. I don't often put him in because I know what he can get up to, but I'm going to put him in this time. I like the long gap between runs.
Yeah, I'll put him in for fourth. When he did win that fresh up race last time, it was off 77. He's now rated 73, so he's a well-rated horse.
All right, that was Divine Unicorn, not multi-million, won the race. Fairy Twins were down the field in that race as well. Hello Beauty, John Moore, Joe Moreira, back into Class 3, third up for the season.
Just pushed and shoved a little bit here by Joe, you can see, but he's a lovely moving horse, big strider, obviously had very strong 2-year-old form from Brisbane, placed in a big race as a 2-year-old at the Gold Coast. Still a work in progress, but ability looks to be high, I would have thought, but whether or not he's mentally mature and ready to handle Happy Valley and Hong Kong racing yet, we'll have to see. But he's drawn wide. That might be a little positive, I think.
Yeah, awkward rating, isn't he? 80, 133 pounds. Barrier 11, so I've left him alone. I know he's come up favourite.
Yeah, I've left him out as well. So Shining Ace, we're thinking banker sort of material. Is he the one to beat for you, Paul?
Yeah, I've got one. I've got him in there for second. I've got one to beat him there, Planet Star. Now, if you remember back to last season, Planet Star, fresh up, he set some really fast sectionals and got nutted right on the post by the judge. Now, he's rated 76. He gets a £10 claim, and he's won off 68 before. So he's been there, done that. Barrier 5, and I see him as the leader. So I've got him on top to beat Shining Ace, who is obviously going to be tough to beat. It will be a lot of people's banker, I think, in this race. Lobo's Legend in there for third, and Jing Jing Win fourth. 4, 7, 2 and 5, but I win each way the 4.
All right, I think Shining Ace is probably the banker type for your TTs. I think he can win, actually. Responsibly taking over for Karis Teeton. who is still suspended, so 7 on top. Now the minors, you can see I've got a few in there. Starlight, Hello Beauty, Divine Unicorn. I've gone 7, 8, 1, 3, but Jing Jing Win, Lobo's Legend, and Baby down the bottom, back in trip, I think can all potentially sneak some minor money. So I actually went with 7 as a roving banker in the tierce there with those 6 numbers. Not sure what that'll cost, but if you get it, I think you'll be pretty happy.
You will be, indeed. Yeah, Shiny Eight's the one to beat for me as well. I've included the runner, though, at odds. Barrier 1, Chad Schofield, Douglas Wade. Gallop with a horse called General's Delight, who we'll see coming up this weekend at Chartene. He looks pretty smart. The runner for me at odds.
Nice horse.